Good morning. It is Wednesday, June 16th, 2021, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. E3 wrapped up yesterday, and we got some E3 news. Nintendo, of course, had their press conference, their Nintendo Direct for E3 2021, and they announced some fun stuff. It was a pretty good Direct overall. No crazy, unexpected announcements. There were some small ones, but I guess Nintendo Switch Pro was not there, which there were some rumors that it might be there because there have been rumors that it's coming out this fall, but we did not see that. But we did get some fun stuff. Because Kazuya from Tekken is coming to Smash Bros. They have two DLC fighters to come. This is the penultimate one, so we have one more coming for Smash Brothers at some point. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania is coming to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the ball spinning franchise, and that'll be coming in October. We have Mario Party Superstars, which is a new title in the series, which is going to feature 5 classic boards from the 64 era, plus another 100 mini games. And all modes are going to be available with online play for that title, which is cool. Some people are upset that this wasn't DLC for the most recent Mario Party game, and instead is a full separate game itself. But we'll see what they can do. There's some talk. I was listening to some wrap-ups from Nintendo's Direct, and they're hoping that maybe this Mario Party Superstars is going to be kind of their Mario Party platform, and they'll keep adding to that one. And that the latest, I think it was Super Mario Party, just wasn't up to snuff for being kind of a base platform that they can build upon. So maybe they'll be adding to this one in the future. That also comes out in October.
Okay, because I was going to say that Mario Party game was fairly recent, right?
Fairly recent, but it had a lot of like infrastructure issues. And they were able to get it to the point where online was working well on that. But people had lots of issues. To my knowledge, I didn't play it at all, with the actual like game and backbone of that game. So I'm hoping, and so are the people I was listening to, that this one is just going to be a more solid piece of software that they can then add a bunch of cool stuff to. So yeah, you have to spend $60 more, but that's also Nintendo's thing. They like their money. And Apple's like, in my opinion, or Nintendo's like the Apple of video games, where they're like, we're gonna do it because you're gonna pay for it. Why would we not do it? And it's true. People are gonna buy this. Yep. A game 15 plus years in the making, originally developed for the Nintendo DS in 2005. We got Metroid Dread announced yesterday that it's going to come out October 8th. This game has been kind of, they announced it back in 2005, and then no one heard about it for a while, and so everyone assumed it was dead. And then a second attempt at developing the game was made around 2008, and that also fizzled out and didn't go anywhere. So apparently it's actually going to happen now. This is supposed to wrap up the 5-game saga of the 2D Metroid games. So this is a pretty big deal. They did also announce they're still working on Metroid Prime 4. This is just a completely separate thing. So this is a cool looking, kind of spooky looking Metroid 2D game. So that's definitely...
The trailer looks amazing.
It looks super cool.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is I was telling Kate Sanchez on Twitter, I was like, listen, I have no interest in playing this game because I've never had any interest in Metroid, and I'm not really big into, what is that, a platformer? Is that what you would call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ish, yeah. Whatever. But the trailer was really fun to watch, so I loved it.
The trailer looks super rad. So this might make me blow the dust off my Switch and maybe play some Switch games in October.
I thought you were blowing at the cat.
Yeah, I was very curious.
Nah, he's fast asleep on the bed. He's going to wait for the most inopportune time to come jump on my desk. Gotcha. They announced Cruisin' Blast, the latest entry to the long-running Cruisin' franchise of arcade racing games. That's coming this fall. WarioWare Get It Together is coming out this September, and that's pretty cool. WarioWare games are always weird and bizarre, but a lot of fun.
Wario, so great.
They have a remake of Advance Wars 1+2, which stylistically looks really cool, really good gameplay looking there. That's coming out in December, so that's worth checking out. And this is the fact that it's 1+2. This is a great way for people who are unfamiliar with the series to check that out. And then we got our first little tease of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which of course looks gorgeous. And to tie into our next story, Nintendo says there's a reason that they're keeping the subtitle of Breath of the Wild 2 a secret. They say, quote, as for why we're holding back on the name, you'll just have to stay tuned, because obviously Zelda names are kind of important. Those subtitles, they start to give little bits of hints about maybe what's going to happen. So we will learn more, but for now we got just some brief looks. It looks pretty cool. There's sound design and showing off some of the powers. It seems like there's going to be some sort of time control element, like you can rewind time some, and that combined with some of the powers from Breath of the Wild would make for some pretty unique and pretty cool gameplay. And this is all they gave for a release is the year 2022, so we're not getting this anytime soon. And it being just a really pretty looking game, and the fact that Breath of the Wild really showed off some of the promise of the Switch when it originally came out, led to my prediction that they're going to release Breath of the Wild 2 and Nintendo Switch Pro simultaneously sometime in 2022. There have been rumors that the Switch Pro is coming this fall, and I think that maybe it could even come out this fall, but rather than push it out this fall with nothing to kind of incentivize people for upgrading to the Nintendo Switch Pro, they're choosing to wait until Breath of the Wild 2 is ready and build some stocks with the chip shortage and whatnot, and release them all next year. That's my prediction. Those pencils are going to be so sharp somewhere. The sharpest pencils you've ever seen. So lots of cool new Nintendo news, which is always fun. I'm excited for some of those games.
Really sharp pencils.
And then a non-E3 related story. We have rumors that PSVR is reportedly planned for the holiday of 2022. We haven't gotten too much information about the PSVR 2 outside of knowing that it exists, and some speculation in terms of resolution updates and feature updates, but we haven't seen an official look at it yet. Bloomberg has reported they conducted an investigation into the company's pivot from mobile phone screens to VR headset displays. And part of that story, they spoke to sources that claim to have knowledge of Sony's PSVR plans. They suggested that the PSVR successor will use Samsung OLED panels within the headset, and Sony aims to release the system in the holiday period of next year. It was officially announced. What was that?
It's going to be a really big headset if they're using LED panels in that.
It's just going to be 2 TVs with
in your head.
Some straps.
LED panels.
It was officially announced in February, but like I said, we have no hard details on that yet. So putting it towards the end of next year kind of fits that timeline. And then, always last but not least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the World Renowned segment. Within the segment, we take a look at what was out today.
Donkey lips.
You know, I'm beginning to think that you're just using E3 as an excuse not to even go look.
I've checked every day.